morning, friends. Time to look over my shoulder. Do you know what time it is? It is Fired Up Friday time. That is correct. And I am here right next to my garage here in Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador, getting ready to take those garbage containers out to the curb, as I always do on Friday morning. It is around 6:30 a.m. Friday, and as I said, we are soon going to be going into the garage to do our weekly Fired Up Friday. But before we do that, I want you to take a look at what I did yesterday. I went on a sort of an adventure yesterday off to the side of the Trans-Canada Highway on my way home from teaching yesterday to get some tinder, to get some kindling for our fire this morning. So go take a look at that, and then when you come back, we'll start our Fire It Up Friday fire today. Part 3 of our 3-part mini-series on starting a fire with steel wool. Join us very soon in the garage. Here I am by the edge of the Trans-Canada Highway just outside of Gander, and the item I'm looking for is just over there in the distance. Perhaps you can pick it out. Take a look. I'll zoom in a little bit. There you go. In the distance, folks, I'm sure you can see it now, are these cattails. I'm going to harvest a few of these. I have a pair of scissors here and I have a shopping bag. I'm going to harvest a few of these, the tops of them, and we will be burning some of these cattails. So I've harvested about a dozen of the tops of these cattails. I'm also going to harvest some of this fibrous type material here. It looks sort of like straw, and it's like very tall and thin and very skinny. So you can see my scissors here. I'm just gonna, it's just like spikes, I guess. I'm just gonna cut off a pile of these as well and add some of this to my cattails as well for tinder and kindling tomorrow for a fire. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at what I have here now. I have, as I said, about a dozen or 15 of these cattail tops. And I also have this very thin, very skinny reed-like fibrous material, very, very dry. So we'll be using both of these items in our Fired Up Friday fire. The third part in our 3-part mini-series on starting a fire with steel wool. And I have some steel wool here at the ready. And we're going to figure out how we're going to get that steel wool lit today. The other items that I have, remember yesterday I went out by the Trans-Canada Highway and I got these cattails. Here's one right here, and we have a lot more there as well. We're going to be using that as our primary source for tinder and for kindling. We also have these reed-like things right here. We'll be burning some of those. We're going to be burning a couple of squares from this bathroom tissue or toilet paper. I'm not sure what you call it. Send us a comment. Let us know if you call this stuff bathroom tissue or if you call it toilet paper. Really doesn't matter, but interesting anyway, just the same, if you would share that with us and let us know. I also have something over here that I want to show you. Folks, I have right here the instructions sheet for one of those rapid COVID tests. You follow the instructions on this sheet, and it shows you how to take a rapid test to find out if you're positive or negative for COVID. I'm going to be tearing that up into little strips, and we're going to burn that as well, along with the other stuff on this table. I also have my 2 fire extinguishers at the ready, and I have my Fired Up Friday water here as well, just in case this fire decides to go south or sideways, whatever you want to call it. So let's get started with lighting this fire soon. Okay, just a quick clip here now, folks, just to show you again from a different angle everything that I have for this fire today. My fire extinguishers, my tray with steel wool, the bathroom tissue. I have 3 tore off there now that I'm going to use. I have this reed-like material that I picked out by the side of the highway, which was right next to these cattails that we're going to burn in our fire once we get it going. I'm gonna use my ferro rod here, folks, and I'm gonna use this moose hunting knife to get the sparks going from the ferro rod. Okay, folks, so let's get started. I'm going to use, as I said, my ferro rod on this magnesium starter strip right here. Now, I'm not going to use the magnesium. I'm just going to use the ferro rod on this side to get some sparks going that will hopefully ignite the steel wool here. And then I'm going to use a couple of those bathroom tissue squares or toilet paper squares to get her started. Then I'm going to start adding in some of the other stuff, okay? So, I wonder how many strikes it's going to take before I get some sparks on this steel wool. I'm hoping it's not going to take too many. Okay, I got one. Okay. Okay, we got some flames here, folks. So it just took one strike. Okay, here goes the COVID test instruction sheet. Gonna get that in there. Get a bit of flame going. I'm gonna try some of these reeds here that I got up by the side of the highway. Put a few of these in here. Gonna move that big roll of toilet paper, bathroom tissue. Okay. Okay, so we're getting this going here now, folks. Nice little fire going. Like I said, these reed things are very, 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 very dry. Let's get a few of them in there. This is, of course, a dedication fire. Now, let's try one of these cattails. Here we go. Let's try another one. Just keep going with these reeds. Okay, they're burning pretty good there, hey? I'll try another one of those cattails. Here we go, folks. Burning cattails in our Fired Up Friday fire today. And as I said, of course, this is a dedication fire. This is the third fire in our 3-part mini-series on starting a fire with steel wool. It took just one strike with the ferro rod and my knife here to get her started. So excellent, excellent, good start. Okay, a nice little fire going here. So, as I said, this is a dedication fire today. We are going to be dedicating this fire, folks, to the over 3 million refugees that have left Ukraine in the past couple of weeks during this unfortunate war situation that's happening in Ukraine these past few weeks. And they're on the move. So right now, actually, there's over 2 million refugees in Poland alone. And I'm very pleased to say that there are some steps, some plans in the works to bring some of those refugees here to North America. Some are coming to Canada for sure, so that's a great thing. So we're going to be dedicating this fire today to all of those refugees. And here's a challenge that I want to put out to you. If you can, folks, go to your nearest Canadian Red Cross, American Red Cross, or some other humanitarian fundraising organization in your community, in your area, and please donate to the refugees in Ukraine who really need a lot of help. They need medical supplies, they need food, they need water, they need a lot of things, and you can certainly help by, like I said, going to your local Canadian Red Cross, your American Red Cross, or some other humanitarian organization that fundraises for these kinds of things. So please go do that. Again, our dedication fire today is to the refugees from Ukraine. Our Fired Up Friday fire, folks, is coming to an end. Let's keep her going for another little bit longer, shall we? I'll need a few more of these reeds. Now, this is our 13th fire, folks. This is our 13th fire. Next week will be our 14th fire. What will we use next week? I got some ideas in mind. I won't be sharing them with you today, but keep coming back to our channel, GBL The Old Church 5 Acre Homestead, and we'll continue doing these weekly Fired Up Friday fires. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you in our next Fire It Up Friday fire. Thank you. God bless.